Are you having an awakening? Let's see what the advice of the cards are. If you're new here, I'm Richard, aka the Urban Warlock of Urban Warlock Healing, and I specialise in people going through an awakening, stuck in a karmic cycle, or been to hell and back. And what's known as an activator reader, as such, I'm not going to fluff this up and tell you it's going to be okay if it's not, right? You are accountable for your own life. Tarot is designed to show you what's coming up, and it is then down to you to make the changes should anything come up that you don't like the sound of. Now, just whilst I'm shuffling the cards, you get two types of awakening, right? You get what I call the slow drip awakening, where the universe is going poke, 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 poke. You should be doing something different. You should be with somebody else, etc., etc. And then you get the tower card awakenings, where everything kind of falls apart around you, right? So let's have a look what the advice of the cards is. I'm going to split. If you want a personalised reading, link top of the profile of any of my socials. It's called Stanstore. It's like Linktree for the UK lot. Same day guaranteed on sale from $8.50. Right, okay, so it's a slow drip crew by the looks of it, to be honest with you. So we start off with the Four of Cups. Cups, water, emotions. You're the figure under the tree there staring at 3 cups. Stuck, bored, jaded, fed up. Cloud hand cup, no opportunities. The problem is we're stagnating, right? The universe is trying to say, look, you've got better options and opportunities out there. It's time to see that, and it's time to take that advantage. Now, because this is an awakening reading, it feels like you're in denial, okay? It feels like you're in denial that this shift and change is, you're in denial that the world isn't what you thought it was. Well, sorry, we've all been lied to, right? And it's about being brave enough to see it as it really is. 3 of Swords in the reverse. Swords there where we think words we use. So upright position, we call this the heartbreak card. Now, although it's a heartbreak card, it's swords. So it's not to do with emotions. So this is often something from the past or self-limiting beliefs. It's in the reverse position. So it's about releasing that. Now, this feels more like it's an awareness that we need to release it. Now, there could be an element for some people where you shouldn't be releasing it because you're trying to run away from the issue, kind of burying your head in the sand. Because like I say, once you peel back the veil after an awakening and you start to realize that we're all under control, everything's a lie, etc., etc., some people choose to stay in the matrix. They go into denial mode. You know, like the film The Matrix, you take the red pill, the blue pill. Oh, be quiet, Coda Bear. 5 of Cups, Cups, water, emotion. So you're the figure in there. You've got a black cape on because you're mourning or grieving the 3 cups that have fallen over. Now there's two behind him there. So what this feels like again is that you've seen the reality of the situation. So it doesn't have to be anything really, really heavy. So for example, if you'd spent your life dedicated to a certain profession, take the legal industry for example, that industry is so unbelievably corrupt. And it's a secret handshake club with the high up doctors, with politicians, etc., etc. Now, if you're not like top of the tower and you've dedicated your life to a career in the legal system, and then all of a sudden you realise, oh look, I'm actually a baddie by being in this system because it's corrupt. I should be going to do something else. It can be hard to accept because you kind of feel like you wasted your life, you know. It's like historians, right? No offense, if you're a historian, you wasted your life because it's based on false history. Right, anyway, let's continue. Yeah, this collective's really struggling with this. Right, so 9 of Wands in the reverse, Wands fire action, 9's reflection card. We call this guy the Wounded Warrior. It's going to be too hard to see because I can't get any closer because of the cat. But you're the chap there, bandage on the head, right? So in the upright position, it's about when we look back at past situations and go, do you know what? I might be beaten, bloodied, battered and bruised by this. However, I'm still standing. And if you play the card right, excuse the pun, that's how you step into your power. Reverse position, feeling defeated. 5 of Swords. So you're the figure in the foreground. I'm going to start sneezing because I've first set off my allergies and I've taken an allergy tablet already. You're the chap in the foreground. There's 2 figures that have laid the swords down, walking away. It generally talks about a difference of idea, direction, opinion, etc., and who's going to come out on top. Now, I feel like this is more of a kind of mental battle with yourself. We'll see what happens in the outcome card, but I feel like this is you battling yourself to pretend that you've not had this awakening, right? We'll see. King of Cups, Cups, water emotions, King's masculine energy. Court cards can be an energy within ourselves, can be the energy of somebody else around us. Kings of masculine energy, Queens of feminine energy. In tarot, we talk about energy, not gender. Can be a man, woman, somebody non-binary. King of Cups in the upright position is taking control on an emotional level. Now, I don't feel like this is yourself because all the cups here talks about stagnation. I feel, right, so what I feel like is, it feels like you're going to feel defeated and then you're going to take control on a mental level. What this feels like in regard to taking control, it feels like you're taking control and going, I need a bit of help here. I need a bit of guidance. I need somebody to kind of support me. So the King of Cups is somebody else, and they kind of go, right, I'm here. I've got your back. Let's talk about it. Let's get through this. So it could be that you're speaking to a friend or family member about it. It could be that you're looking for some kind of spiritual advice and guidance, etc. Yeah, right. Obstacles or blockages. I should say I do offer spiritual advice and guidance sessions. You can book them via the link. Obstacles or blockages. Page of Wands in the reverse. Wands fire action. Pages are more youthful energy, don't have the knowledge or experience of the kings and the queens, don't have the formation of the knights. It's more about giving something a go. This is about you dipping your toe in the water in this new reality. It's in the reverse position. It's if you avoid that, right? Removing any blockages. Ten of Cups. Cups, water emotions, Ten's completion cards. I call this the Happy Families card. Couple arm in arm, kiddies dancing under the rainbow. Talks about wish fulfillment on an emotional level. If you can break past this, oh, everything's changed, I feel defeated, my whole life has been a lie, it will lead to abundance. It will lead to a more happy, prosperous life moving forwards, but you've got to be brave enough to do it. Now, the good news is, like I say, there is going to be somebody coming in who's going to be able to give you that help and support. But, you know, first off, you need to take control on the mental level. Now, I know lots and lots of people who started to awaken, but they've not been prepared to pull themselves out of the 3D life. Now, what will happen to them, I don't know. Will they have a tower card at some point where they get forced into it? Possibly, if they've got a greater purpose and role. If not, then they'll get stuck in the 3D when everybody else elevates to the 5D, because not everybody's going to elevate. Don't listen to the new age BS, love and lighters. It doesn't work that way. So yeah, I think you're going to be all right in the long run, but it's just going to be a bit tricky going moving forwards.